Hey everybody, it's Charles, your hobby hero, and today I've got another CGC unboxing. Before we get started, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down in the bottom corner. I do appreciate it. Put out regular content about the hobbies I love the most. Now, not only is this another CGC unboxing, it's another 25 book modern submission. It's another pre-screened submission. And it's another submission that CGC put through in only 1 day turnaround. Yes, 1 day turnaround. They received it, loaded it up into the system, put it immediately into grading and processing, and then had it mailed out the very next day. But this order does have something in it that I have never seen before. So, stay tuned. If you're not familiar with what a pre-screen option is, it's basically you submit books saying that don't grade these books if they don't meet this certain grade criteria. If it doesn't make that grade criteria, they don't grade it. You don't get charged the full grading fee, and you get sent the book back to either sell it raw, keep it, or see if it can be pressed and possibly resubmitted. So we'll have a few of those books in here actually that have been rejected that were pressed and resubmitted, and I'll let you know which ones those are as we get to it. I'm not going to hide the grades. If they are graded, they are 9.8s, as I just discussed on that pre-screen. First one up is, this is Berserker number 2. I've gotten just about every cover of Berserker at this point done, so you're going to see a number of number 2s in this order. This is the foil edition, kind of hard to tell from that on there, but we got a 9.8 on that one. Next book up is Berserker number 2. This is the Grandpa sketch cover for that one. Got Berserker 2's Grandpa. I think this is like a 125 virgin cover. Unlike issue number 1, I only got one of each cover on the following issues. Okay, there we go. This is the Berserker. This is the Leon variant. I think it was a 1 in 50 for this particular cover. It's so hard to keep track of them, especially since CGC doesn't designate the ratios or anything like that. But alright, so then we've got this one here, which is the Leon variant. I think that was a 1 in 100. And we've got the Virgin Albuquerque, Albuquerque. Got the Grandpa foil cover. Slab feels all good. Just feels a little weird. It's not all Berserker in here, I promise. But this one is Berserker 2. This is the black-white sketch cover. This is also sketch cover A. That's supposed to be. Well, there were 2 in that submission of that one. Okay, so this is Berserker number 1. This is the 3rd printing. This was limited to only 10,000 copies. Also, just a really nice cover. If you're not familiar with it, holding this guy's head by the spine there. I think we have 2 of those in this order. Yep, there's the second one, also a 9.8. Oh, I remember now. My brother also submitted his 2 copies of the Berserker, the regular cover A, and I think the sketch cover as well. All right, next one up here. is Batman 108. This is the first official appearance or full appearance of Miracle Molly, who is on the cover there. This is the Art Germ foil Virgin variant cover. It's also on the back as well. Got a number of these. Big fan of the Miracle Molly character. I don't know if you've watched the channel, you've seen a number of the 106s. I've tried to get in a 9.8, not had much success with those. A little bit better luck with the 108s. Okay, this is another one here. This one's for the PC. This is the Spider-Man City at War #1. This is the first appearance of this spider suit in comic continuity. This is the one that he wore in the video game for the PS4. It's not designated on here. It's a Clayton Crane cover, but I do like to collect the first appearances of the spider suits, and so this was the first appearance of this particular one. So this will be staying in the PC here. I'm glad that one came back at 9.8 as well. Alright. I got Something Is Killing the Children. This is the 8th print. I think there are 2 of those in here as well. You got this one as a variant cover if you had ordered Berserker 1, I think. Maybe Berserker 2. If you had one of those 2, if you had ordered the foil covers or something like that, you got a copy of the 8th print. We got, okay, this is the Star Wars War of the Bounty Hunters, Alpha #1. This is the Boba Fett Black Armor variant. If you did not read this, the Black Armor was seriously like the biggest troll ever. Everybody was super hyped for Boba Fett in this new armor. Literally just spray painted his armor with like a biological paint that dissolved itself. It was really, it was actually super lame. But I did like that cover. I've got the regular one out as well. Just a big fan of those action figure variants. Okay, this next one is a big book here. This is We Live #5. I think this is the 3rd print? No, this is the 1st print. My #1's the 1st print. So this is the 1st print, #5. This is the first appearance of, I think they call them the Paragons, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I actually read the story. This book is red hot right now. I've got the #1 right back here at a 9.8. We've got another #1 3rd print out that I'm hoping comes back in a 9.8. Great story. If you haven't read it, highly recommend it. It's going to be taken back off here again, I think starting of 2022. But anxious to see where they go with that story. 1 and 5 are the big books out of that series. Obviously the #1 issue in the series, and then this is the first appearance of, without too many spoilers, the main protagonist, we assume, going forward. Alright, got another copy of Something Is Killing the Children, 8th print. There's another one here. It's mostly well, not mostly, completely a cover by Joker #3, the variant here, the playing card variant. I just thought that was the coolest looking cover that I have seen in a while. So these DC covers every once in a while will just get me. I had to pick several of these up. Glad I got one back in a 9.8. It's kind of that thick cardstock cover, so if there's anything that you miss on it, it's not coming back out. I did get the second one in 9.8, so I'll probably put this one up for sale. I just really wanted to make sure I got the first 9.8 for myself. Next one up. Okay, we got the, oh no. Okay, so had to happen eventually. The box actually looked to be in pretty good shape, but this one did not survive. So it is a 9.8 currently. I don't think the book was damaged. It does look like the case did its job in protecting it. 9.8 foil edition of Radiant Black. But look at the bottom corner of this thing. I picked up the book, and I guess I'm going to have to go back and check, see if any of these other ones had any damage on them. They don't appear to be damaged, so I guess we'll see going forward if any more of them are damaged. Maybe this book just got beat up before I got in there, but yeah, huge chunks. Picked it up and this big giant chunk fell off and hit the thing, so that one is going to have to be sent back. But again, it doesn't look like the book is damaged. And all the orders that I've opened up here on CGC stuff, this is the very first case I've had come back that was damaged. So we'll get that one taken care of, set that one aside. Hopefully that's the only one that was that way. So this one looks good. So as bad as that case was, you'd think there'd be other ones in here. But next one, another 108. This is the Federici variant cover. With Miracle Molly first appearance. We've got 2 more books, and then our reject book, which again, if you are not keeping track of the count, 25 books, it's 24 graded, only 1 reject. Next one, another cover, Robin #1. I think it's a wraparound cover is the only thing that's next one. The cover again, just a great all-around cover. So I don't read a ton of DC, but every once in a while I just have these covers that just catch my eye, and I'm like, that is a gorgeous looking book. I want that in slab, and I'll pick them up. All right, last slab for the afternoon on this order, and we've got the cover A of Miracle Molly's first appearance, Batman 108. So that brings us to our reject pile. Not really a pile, our single reject book. And the thing that I've never seen before on any of my submissions and any of my other rejects is on this order. They had, not only did they list it as a reject, obviously, on my submission form, but they also put grader's notes. Now, for those of you who may not submit a lot to CGC, they very rarely put grader's notes on the books that do get graded. If they don't come back the 9.8s, I've never seen them put grader's notes on a 9.8. But if they come back a 9.6, etc., they usually won't even put grader's notes on those. So for a book that got rejected, I have never seen grader's notes, despite the fact that obviously they would not be 9.8s. And we're going to check it out, compare, see what it is here, see if it's something that maybe happened on here. So the grader's notes that they listed was small, multiple dent, top of back cover. And the book we have here is Invincible, number 23. It's a minor key first appearance of Thaddeus. I'm generally pretty good at checking these books out, but let's see if I agree with what they had to say. So front cover, which they did not mention, looks good. No spine ticks. Let's see. Multiple dent, top of back cover. Okay. I think I see what they're talking about. I definitely would not have thought that would have prevented it from getting a 9.8. I don't even know if I can get it to show up here on this. If you can get it maybe from the right light. There we go. See right there at the very top. Kind of like where somebody was grabbing it from the top and just kind of maybe dinged it with their finger. That looks like what kept it from getting the 9.8. Very easily pressable. We'll get that resubmitted when that goes in. And I may even consider putting this one in an Invincible slab this time instead of just a regular slab. So let me know if you guys have done submissions before on yours. On any of the reject books, they actually listed grader's notes. Because like I said, I've never seen that in another video that I've watched on an opening, and definitely none of my orders I've ever had that on there. I'll keep you guys posted on the Radiant Black slab. But like I said, they're generally pretty good. If you're not familiar how that works with CGC, you can contact their customer service. They'll give you a packing slip for 1 day express. You'll send it to them under a machine error. and they usually have it done in about 1 to 2 days and mailed back out to you. So the whole process usually takes less than a week to get that book back to you. So it's a very easy process. Obviously nothing you want to do an excessive amount, but stuff happens. 25 book submission, one slab appears to have been damaged. I'll definitely go back and double check just to make sure there was nothing else in there. But until next time, guys, Hobby Hero.